So, you want to give open to anything? Let's just go straight to questions, guys. Let's let it rip.
Let's start here. Bob, first Bill.
With each pregame warm-up, it feels like Giovanni Gibson is getting closer to getting back to action. What's it been like keeping him engaged and trying to make sure that he's ready for this type of moment?
Giovanni's self-motivated, and he loves football, and he's ready to play football. So really keeping him engaged, hadn't been that much of a challenge. He sits back there every day with the practice script in his hand, getting the mental reps that he needs, really attentive, asks good questions in his position meetings. And so with a kid like Giovanni, you don't really have to get him going that much. Kind of does it on his own. Done a great job, with his rehab and staying on schedule and doing what he needs to do. So, whenever the moment comes for him to be back, I think he'll be ready for it, just for the way that he's gone about this whole process.
Behind Bob, Davis Cordova.
Yeah, Ben, we got the updated depth chart. We see Torrey at the top. What has he done to earn that spot, be the starting running back for y'all?
Shown up every day, been ultra consistent, done what's asked of him, have an unbelievable mindset, had a white belt mindset, in karate terms, always trying to learn and build upon what he's learned. He's been awesome in that regard, as has the entire running back room. But, Torrey's just done a great job being consistent and running hard, making the plays, being assignment sound in his protection. So, proud of Torrey.
Right side front row, Tom Green.
Yeah, Ben, I heard Brent mention on his studio show on Sunday that defenses are oftentimes susceptible over the middle of the field. And when you look at what John's done last year as a starter and then this year, a lot of his production is between the numbers. What is it about him that's just made him so effective in that area of the field?
Sometimes it's just what the defense gives you, what you see in a game plan. I don't think we ever just go into the game saying we're going to just attack the middle of the field. We like to attack all aspects of the field, but sometimes it's just what they give you. Sometimes the play takes him there. But he does a great job keeping his eyes downfield, getting off his reads whenever he needs to, and delivering the ball in moments and places where he needs to. So, but I think a lot of times it's just flow of the game, what the defense is giving you. You try and take, whether it's the middle of the field, outside, out in the flats, whatever it is, you just try and take those areas.
Let's go to Mason Young.
Ben, I'm guessing when you took the job here, you probably had a pretty good feeling that John was coming with you. But how much of it all did you get to know Jackson Arnold before he got in the portal in the winter, and what were those conversations maybe like?
I had one conversation with Jackson. He was great. He's super respectful. But that's really about kind of where it ended. It's just one of those deals where, he felt like he needed a change for whatever reason it was. And all I've heard from everybody is that he's a great young man. And so, besides this week, I hope nothing but the best for him. I like rooting for good people. And everyone that I've talked to says he's a great young man. But as far as our communication, we really had one conversation, and that was about it.
Ben, if you guys are going to be without Keontez, just how much do you trust some of these other guys? You've started playing a little bit more like Ivan, Zion, some of these other receivers.
Yeah, I trust our receiver room. I think Zion Kearney has, shown that he can go in the game and make an impact. Ivan Carry On, just like throughout all fall camp, was maybe the most consistent guy out there. So, with or without Keontez, I feel great about our receiver room as a whole. So,
George.
Yeah, Ben. With Troy possibly missing some time at center, just how do you feel about that room and the depth you have there with Jake and obviously a true freshman in Owen and Gunnar Allen?
Something that we talked about all through camp, that we felt really good about the depth of our O-line room, especially on the interior. And so, feel great about those guys, feel great about the work that they've put in. It's been awesome to see Coach Beanbo develop all those guys, especially on the interior for different positions where they could play. So I feel really good about them.
Second row right, Ryan Chapman.
With Michael Fasuzi not playing last week, how have you seen him be able to handle the mental rep aspect of that with kind of the boot on his ankle to continue developing despite not getting into the game on Saturday?
Yeah, the same way that he does in practice whenever he plays. He's laser focused, really diligent kid, really understands the process of learning, whether it's active reps or mental reps, doesn't really let anything distract him. And so he's been great with it, great with the mental reps. And, sometimes mental reps are the best reps you can get, like seeing, okay, this is how not to do it, or that's exactly how to do it. He's been laser focused with it, just like he is with everything else. So Mike's been great.
Okay, third row, James Hale.
Auburn comes into this game with a defense that normally, or every year, they think it's going to be pretty good. How do you see the defense this year? What about your matchup with Auburn coming into this game?
Yeah, they are a good defense. They're big, they're fast, they're physical, they play fast and free, which I think is a mark of a good defense. Coach Durkin does a great job, especially historically with his defenses, and he does a great job of just, it seems like instilling confidence in those guys to let them fly around. And so they do a really good job. I think they got some really good players kind of in their front seven. And on the back end, they're long, they're athletic. They do a great job. So they're fun to watch on film. They're one of those teams you watch on film and you got a lot of respect for what they do. But at the end of the day, it's going to come down to what it always comes down to, execution. That's what it comes down to, us executing against them and putting our guys in position to be successful. But they do a really good job.
Back to the front on the left, Jesse.
Ben Javonte talked yesterday about taking pride in some of the non-glamorous parts of playing the running back position, pass blocking, some of the dirty work, that kind of stuff. Just what has stood out about these first 3 weeks from him, and how big is it when you have a veteran in that room kind of taking pride in those aspects?
Yeah, Javonte's, he is selfless, man. I think there's been 3 touchdowns this year, at least 2, where he's been the lead block and someone's scraping over the top really hard, running full speed, and he just throws their shoulder off into him and doesn't get knocked back, and honestly kind of knocks them back and springs someone open for a touchdown. It's stuff like that, guys, that shows how much you love your teammates. And Javonte loves his teammates. He loves that locker room. And the deal about running back, everyone always talks about carrying the ball. There's a lot of dirty work that goes into playing running back. Almost like a tight end. Sometimes you're a glorified offensive lineman, and you doing your job in that moment can be the difference between a first down or an explosive play or, not taking a negative play. Just doing your job in that moment, and Javonte exemplifies doing your job in the moments. And great teammate, hard worker, physical as can be. So, he's a great teammate. Honestly, the standard of what kind of a great teammate looks like. So Javonte's a stud.
We have time for 2 more. Far left, Brandon Drum.
We got to see Zion Kearney, obviously, and carry on a little bit.
Yeah.
Last week. Can you talk about their growth and what you expect from them moving forward?
Yeah. My favorite thing with Zion is just seeing the confidence that he's been building. You think about his last, 3 catches. One of them was like a 50-yard touchdown against Navy, and then the last 2 were 2 catches for, 34 yards or whatever, 2 explosive passes. So, I went up to him and said, dang, dude, 3 catches, 3 explosives, you should be feeling pretty good, dude, because he's put himself in that position to feel good about it. Now, he's got to continue to put in the work and trust the process with it, but the biggest growth that I've seen with him is just his confidence, because he's strong, he's fast, he has big hands, runs great routes, he's smooth, and as long as he goes out on the field confident, knowing that he's a good ball player, then I think good things happen. And Ivan, again, I just speak to his consistency. A lot like Javonte, that dude's a great teammate. Where he's supposed to be, when he's supposed to be there, physical when he needs to block, can make a tough catch, just a great teammate who's ultra consistent, and consistency leads to trust in everyone in the building. So I'm really proud of those 2 guys. They've been awesome, and I can't wait to see them continue to develop.
Last one, Barry on the far right.
Yeah.
Hey, Barry.
Ben, do you have a sense of what kind of game it's going to be, or do you ever? One reason I ask, first weekend of football this year, looked like defenses were back. We had 2 or 3 showdown games, not much scoring. Saturday, 2 or 3 marquee games. It's a shootout. Do you have any sense of where college football is, and this game especially will be?
That's a great question. I think it's always kind of hard to get a sense on a game. I feel like in the past, if I've ever tried to get a sense on the game, the exact opposite has happened. And so I think all this game is is a celebration of really two good ball teams coming and playing each other for a league opener. They do a great job. They're well coached. Their kids are competitive. Their kids are talented. And I like to think that we're also those same things. And so is there a bunch of different ways the game could probably go? Yeah, sure. But I do know it's going to be competitive. It's going to be physical. It's going to be really, really tough. We're going to have to earn everything we get. They're going to have to earn everything they get. And that's the exciting part about it. That's the exciting kind of chess match and challenge of college football. But again, I just think it's a celebration of two great teams opening league play. And so, hope that answered your question. I think it did.
Thank you, Ben.
Hey, appreciate y'all. Boomer.